Good evening. I am Nicole Sharp, creator of FYFD, the internet's most popular fluid dynamics blog. Listen to me, please. It is almost time. Are your paper airplanes ready? Do not throw them yet. People in time zones around the world are watching this ceremony live right now on the internet. But the ceremony has not officially started yet. It starts when I say, and I'm not saying it yet, although you may be hearing it, it starts when I say 5, 4, 3, 2. There will be 2 paper airplane throws during tonight's ceremony. Will the minor domos please unveil the human aerodrome? I remind you, safety first, people. Safety first. Throw at the target only, please. Now, please prepare your paper airplanes for launch. I will count down from 5 to 0. Get set. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2. Wait! I almost forgot. Welcome to the 26th First Annual Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Ladies and gentlemen, clock punchers, clock watchers, and people watching at this time, welcome once again to the 26th First Annual Ig Nobel Prize ceremony. And now Professor Jean Berko-Gleason will deliver the traditional Ig Nobel welcome speech.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you, Jean. We are gathered here at Sanders Theater at Harvard University. I am Karen Hopkin, creator of the Stud Muffins of Science calendar. You know, I sometimes wonder how time has treated our studly specimens. Let's take a look at Dr. May. But where is he now? Ooh, Chancellor Jones. You still got it. Okay, but enough ogling. It's time to welcome our most special guests, the new Ig Nobel Prize winners. Here they come. This year's winners represent 5 continents. They look mighty fine. Show them the love. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, literati, glitterati, pseudo-intellectuals, quasi-pseudo-intellectuals, and the rest of you, may I introduce our Master of Ceremonies, the editor of the Annals of Improbable Research, Chief Airhead, Mark Abrams.
We are gathered here tonight to honor the new hat, too small. We are gathered here tonight to honor some remarkable individuals and groups. Every winner has done something that first makes people laugh, then makes people think. The Ig Nobel Prize ceremony is produced by the science humor magazine, The Annals of Improbable Research. It's proudly co-sponsored by the Harvard-Radcliffe Society of Physics Students, and by the Harvard-Radcliffe Science Fiction Association, and by the book This is Improbable 2, ISBN 978-178-0743615. The editors of the Annals of Improbable Research have chosen a theme for this year's ceremony, and that theme is time. Tonight, 10 prizes will be given. The achievements speak for themselves, all too eloquently. The prizes will be physically presented to the winners by Nobel laureates. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Nobel laureates. A 1986 Nobel laureate in chemistry, Dudley Hirschbach. A 2007 Nobel laureate in economics, Eric Maskin. A 1993 Nobel laureate in physiology or medicine, Rich Roberts. A 2005 Nobel laureate in physics, and a man who for almost 2 decades has humbly swept paper airplanes from our stage at this ceremony, Roy Glauber. If someone has Professor Glauber's broom, please bring it up to its accustomed spot. And a 1990 Nobel laureate in physics from MIT, Jerome Friedman. As usual, was prevented from joining us. He appears now via the magic of video.
Congratulations. I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am.
Thank you, Professor Friedman. Let us meet some of the Ig authority figures who are on stage. Our band, the Ig Leaves. The Human Spotlights, Jim Brett and Katrina Rosenberg. The Human Curtain Rods, Emily Coombs and Maria Elisiva. Our onstage tweeter, imported from Britain, Richard Baguley. For those worried about sex and violence, or sex or violence, our NSF indicator will attempt to block anything offensive from reaching your eyes, ears, or fingertips. Here is our NSF indicator. noted New York attorney William J. Maloney. Mr. Maloney, will you please demonstrate your displeasure? Thank you. Our referee, who will enforce certain time limits, Mr. Jack Barrett. Mr. Barrett, if you would come to the microphone at center stage, please. Mr. Barrett, would you remind us, if you remember it, what this year's theme is?
Time!
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. As you know, we used to have a problem at this ceremony. Many of the speakers would exceed their allotted time. In the past, we have solved this with the help of a delightful, ever so cute 8-year-old girl, an 8-year-old girl named Miss Sweetie Poo. This year, our theme is time, and so we have replaced Miss Sweetie Poo with an alarm clock. Please welcome the human alarm clocks. Human alarm clocks, please demonstrate what you will do when somebody exceeds his or her time. Thank you, human alarm clocks. Now thank you, human, thank you. Thank you, human clock. Thank you, human alarm. Thank you. There are other important people up here. You will meet them later. Our special thanks go to the Harvard Extension School, to the CS50 class, and to Professor Henry Leitner for helping make the webcast happen. Many other organizations also helped make the ceremony happen. Thank you to all of them. A big hello to everyone watching this ceremony online around the world, especially those of you in time zones where you have to stay up very late or get up very early to be part of this, to be on time. Hello. A specially edited audio recording of the ceremony will be broadcast on Public Radio Science Friday with Ira Flato on the day after Thanksgiving. Afterwards. Okay. And now let's get it over with. Ladies and gentlemen, the awarding of the 2016 Ig Nobel Prizes. We are giving out 10 prizes. The winners come from many nations. This year's winners have truly earned their prizes. Karen, tell them what they've won.
Well, this year, each winner will receive an Ig Nobel Prize.
Ooh. What else?
A piece of paper saying they've won an Ig Nobel Prize. Ooh, it's signed by several Nobel laureates.
Do they get any money?
Funny you should ask. Each winner will receive $10 trillion.
$10 trillion?
$10 trillion!
US dollars?
No, Zimbabwean dollars. A Zimbabwean $10 trillion bill.
That's all?
That's it.
Okay, how nice. Thank you, Karen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ig Nobel Prize. Okay. As you can see, this year's prize is a traditional round clock in which the minute hand and the hour hand have each been replaced with a miniature hourglass filled with sand. Now, does anyone notice anything unusual about this clock? That's right, this clock has 61 seconds. There's an added second, a leap second. Now, thank you, Karen. Now it's time. The Reproduction Prize. The winner is from Egypt. The Ig Nobel Prize for Reproduction is awarded to the late Ahmed Shafiq for studying the effects of wearing polyester, cotton, or wool trousers on the sex life of rats. And for then conducting similar tests with human males. The winner could not or would not join us this evening. The Economics Prize. The winners are from New Zealand and the UK. The Ig Nobel Prize for Economics is awarded to Mark Avis, Sarah Forbes, and Sheila Ferguson for assessing the perceived personalities of rocks from a sales and marketing perspective. Please welcome Mark Avis and Sarah Forbes.
Well, thank you guys so much for this. This is actually a huge honor for us. And what can I say? The Ig Nobel rocks. But yeah, so basically for us, we'd like to actually thank Marketing Theory for actually publishing this. And yeah, and Pauline McLaren is the editor there. Fantastic. She actually, took this on. But yes, it was an amusing study, but we are very proud of it, and we hope you enjoy reading it. Thank you.
Okay. Please welcome Nobel laureate Dudley Hirschbach.
Please join us for a moment of science.
Each year at this ceremony, we present a new musical treat, a mini opera. This happens every year like clockwork. What doesn't happen every year is an adjustment to that clockwork, a very small adjustment to that clockwork, a 1 second long adjustment. It's called a leap second. Here to explain what a leap second is and why scientists sometimes create a leap second is Harvard physics professor Jenny Hoffman. And while she's coming over, I want to mention you should please excuse Professor Hoffman if she seems a little out of breath. She's a long-distance runner who last week won the USA National Championship 24-hour run by running 142 miles using each and every one of that day's 86,400 seconds. Here's Professor Hoffman.
Well, we all know that 1 Earth day is the time it takes for the Earth to rotate once around its own axis with respect to the sun. With 60 seconds per minute, 60 minutes per hour, and 24 hours per day, 1 Earth second should simply be 1 part in 86,400 of a day. But the situation is not so simple because the length of 1 Earth day varies periodically by up to 20 seconds during the year, due to the ellipticity of the Earth's orbit and the tilt of its axis. So the atomic physicists decided to tidy things up in 1958 by redefining 1 second as 9,192,631,770 hyperfine oscillations of a cesium atom, a so-called chronometer that is accurate to 1 second in 300 million years. But for all its accuracy, we now have an even bigger problem. The rotation period of the Earth varies randomly on an even longer time scale due to tides, weather, motion of the Earth's crust, and other unpredictable factors. The Earth's rotation has slowed down since the cesium definition in 1958, so an average Earth day is now longer than 86,400 cesium seconds. Radio broadcasts and cellular phones are all synchronized to cesium seconds, which will eventually drift away from the Earth day. So without intervention, your favorite evening TV show could eventually be taking place in the middle of your workday. Luckily, scientists are carefully tracking the Earth's rotational speed, so they can step in to insert an extra leap second whenever needed, typically once every few years. Since the definition of the cesium second, 26 leap seconds have been inserted, and the next one is due at midnight on December 31st, 2016. So you all can look forward to 1 extra second to enjoy your New Year's Eve beverages.
With that being explained, here is the world premiere of the new mini opera called The Last Second. There are 3 acts, 1 now, 1 later, and 1 after that. It stars Maria Ferrante, Scott Taylor, and the Clock Chorus, accompanied by pianist Patrick Giacano and accordionist Dr. Thomas Michel. Now here is our narrator, Karen Hopkin.
Thank you, my spicy chimichanga. Tonight's opera is all about a leap second. Well, more than 1 leap second. Here in Act 1, the next scheduled leap second is coming soon. A reporter, wanting to do a story that's timely, visits the scientist in charge of the world's master time clock. That scientist, the timekeeper, is in charge of deciding exactly when each new leap second will be scheduled. The timekeeper explains what a leap second is, wait for it, and explains how and why every few years scientists create a new leap second. Together, the reporter and the timekeeper come up with a clever idea. If they were to create an extra leap second and not tell anyone about it, they could plan and carry out all kinds of financial crimes, all during that single, unannounced second. And in the space of that 1 second, they would become unthinkably wealthy. Oh, the laboratory's filled with clocks, a lot of clocks, a whole chorus of clocks. I thought I should warn you about that. So now, let's watch, get it? Watch, tick-tock, tick-tick, watch and listen.
Hey, got a sec, I need to check. What is the purpose of the leap second? Why on earth? What is it worth? But tell me, how is the leap second reckoned?
That's what we add when time goes bad. Just give me a minute, oh, make your head spin. Each leap second will, well, make time stand still. When the moon and the earth was around in space, while the seas on the earth cannot quite keep pace, so the spin of the earth slightly slows, and it can't keep up with our clocks. So we do something unearthly.
Unorthodox.
Leap off. Or cough, double tick, double cough if we must. Add a second to adjust. Add a second to adjust.
Tick, second, tock, second.
Precise! Precise!
Why, yes, I could. Oh, yes, I could. Let me speculate, 'cause you have beckoned. What if we knew, just me and you, that there would be a secret extra second? What could we do? Secretly we do with all that time. Here's a paradigm we could turn to crime.
Trading stocks happens now at a furious rate. In a sec, we can vastly manipulate all the clocks on the New York Exchange. No one will know that we've cleaned their clocks,
that we've done something unorthodox.
Leap off. Or cough, double tick, double cough if we must. Add a second to adjust. Add a second to adjust. After tick, after tock, add an extra tock. Extra,
The Physics Prize. The winners are from Hungary, Spain, Sweden, and Switzerland. The Ig Nobel Prize for Physics is awarded to Gabor Horvath, Miklos Blaho, Georgi Kriska, Ramon Hegedus, Balázs Gerix, Robert Farkas, Sozan Åkesson, Peter Malik, and Hans-Rudi Wildermuth for discovering why white-haired horses are the most horsefly-proof horses, and for discovering why dragonflies are fatally attracted to black tombstones. Please welcome Suzanne Åkesson.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this award. I feel very honored to represent our team of 9 people. And it's been really exciting because I'm the biologist and the rest are mainly in physics. But this is the way science goes, and we have found, in fact, that you rather be a white horse than a black one if you like to avoid being bitten by horseflies. But in fact, you can also dress either in stripes, like a zebra, or like myself, in a dotted coat. That will also help. And it's time to start.
The Chemistry Prize. The winner is from Germany. The Ig Nobel Prize for Chemistry is awarded to Volkswagen for solving the problem of excessive automobile pollution emissions by automatically, electromechanically producing fewer emissions whenever the cars are being tested. The winner could not or would not join us this evening. Tonight is a special night, of course, in more ways than you could count if you chose to, but one way is that this is a wedding anniversary. 15 years ago, at the Ig Nobel Prize ceremony, the ceremony concluded with the wedding, the actual wedding of 2 scientists. We advertised on the internet, had many people, and one couple clearly were destined to be chosen for this. It was the first wedding ever conducted in this historic building. The 2 of them are... Let me ask you to step back so we can have another dramatic entrance. Because I think everyone will want to know they are both NASA scientists. Please welcome Lisa Danielson and Will Stefanov. Now, dramatic entrance. And there is one question people have been asking me to ask you, so I'll ask you just that one question. Are you still married?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And congratulations. Some of our Ig Nobel Prize winners from previous years like to come back to our stage to take a bow and to help honor the new Ig Nobel winners. A few are with us tonight. I'd like to introduce them. It's my great honor. Please welcome the winner of the 2008 Ig Nobel Chemistry Prize, who was honored for her research into whether Coca-Cola is an effective spermicide, Professor Deborah Anderson. Please welcome a 2002 Ig Nobel Economics Prize co-winner. The Ig Nobel Economics Prize in that year was awarded to the executives, corporate directors, and auditors of Enron, Gazprom, Lernout and Housby, and 25 other corporations for helping to adapt the mathematical concept of imaginary numbers for use in the business world. Please welcome a former director of one of those corporations, David Karpuk. And please welcome back one of last year's winner, a co-winner of last year's Ig Nobel Physics Prize, who discovered by experiment the biological principle that nearly all mammals empty their bladders in about 21 seconds, plus or minus 13 seconds. Patricia Yang. And now get set for something special, the 24/7 lectures. We have invited several of the world's top thinkers to tell us very briefly what they're thinking about. Each 24/7 lecturer will explain her or his topic twice. First, a complete technical description in 24 seconds, and then, after a brief pause, a clear summary. That's a clear summary that anyone can understand in 7 words. The 24-second time limit will be enforced by our referee, Mr. John Barrett. Mr. Barrett, do you have any advice for our 24/7 lecturers? That does not sound like advice. Do you have any advice for our... Oh, look! It's gone now. Mr. Barrett, do you have any advice for our 24/7 lecturers?
Gentlemen, keep it clean.
Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Let's have the first group of 24/7 lecturers. The first 24/7 lecture will be delivered by 1993 Nobel laureate in physiology or medicine, Rich Roberts. His topic, clock genes. First, a complete technical description of the subject in 24 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
The original circadian locomotive output cycle's caput or clock gene encodes a basic helix pass transcription factor called clock that is one of a family of genes that control circadian rhythm in mammals. More than 20 genes are involved with such catchy names as period and cryptochrome. The products of many of them are activated on others in
And now a clear summary that anyone can understand in 7 words. On your mark, get set, go.
Clock genes are responsible for jet lag.
The next 24/7 lecture will be delivered by a biologist renowned for her studies on the morphological evolution of reproductive structures, Patricia Brennan. Her topic, duck genital morphology. First, a complete technical description of the subject in 24 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
In many species of ducks, males often fail to attract a mate, so they resort to forcing copulations on females. Males can sexually force females because their penis functions with an explosive aversion mechanism that quickly and forcefully inseminates females despite the resistance. Females, however, have coeval vaginas with dead ends and spirals that prevents full penis aversion, even when she is not receptive.
And now a clear summary that anyone can understand in 7 words. On your mark, get set, go.
Deviant duck dicks, foiled by fabulous vaginas.
it's almost time for the second act of tonight's mini-opera, The Last Second. When our clocks and our planet get more than a little out of sync, scientists decide to add a leap second. You know that now. How, though, do they make that decision? And how on earth do they create a leap second? One of those very scientists will explain it to us briefly. Please welcome the leader of the Time and Frequency Services Group of the Physical Measurement Laboratory of the National Institute of Standards and Technology, John Lowe.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I am a time scientist. So let me prepare. I'm a meteorologist. Specifically, no, nothing about weather. I measure things. How much is a kilogram? How long is a meter? How bright is the light? More specifically, I am a horologist. No, not with a W. H-O-R-ologist. I measure time. How long is a second? The accumulation of that, what time of day it is. The International Earth Rotation Service has astronomers from around the world that constantly observe our true position, and when they decide it is time, they add a leap second. A horologist, that's me, are the ones that implement this. Now let me explain to you how we do this in great detail. Imagine, if you will, it is the 23rd hour, universal coordinated time. On the day of a leap second, it is the 59th minute, the 55th second, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 0, 1, 2. See what I did there? I just threw an extra second in. Thank you for having me. No, wait. There's more to it. By definition, the second is defined by, as was explained to you earlier, the atomic clock. Now, if we had decided that the atomic clock had a few more hertz in its definition, we would actually have leap seconds that are negative. So far, we have only had positive leap seconds. Let me explain in great detail how we would handle a negative leap second. Imagine, if you will, it is the 23rd hour, universal coordinated time, the 59th minute, 55th second, 56, 57, 58, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's how we do it. I believe now it is time to enjoy the second act.
That is correct. It is time to enjoy the second act of tonight's mini-opera, The Last Second. Here is our narrator, Karen Hopkin.
Thank you, my hot molten lava cake. In Act 1 of the opera, the reporter and the timekeeper realized that they could, if they want, schedule an extra leap second. The next time there's a scheduled leap second, the world clocks would get not 1, but 2 leap seconds. The reporter and the timekeeper, being the only people in the world who knew it was coming, could make a gigantic financial killing in the stock market. During that extra leap second, they would become instantly wealthy. They could do that if they want. The reporter is appalled, but intrigued. The timekeeper is gung-ho and very persuasive. So they do it. Oh, alas, something is going to go wrong. Their computer program has a bug, you see. The computer program is going to add that extra leap second, yes, but then it's going to add another, and another, and another, and keep on adding extra leap seconds. But the timekeeper and the reporter don't know that yet. Let's watch as they watch their plan hatch and then see it go very wrong.
Contemplate a twist to the special software for manipulating the master clock.
Doing something strange to the special software for manipulating the master clock.
Contemplate a twist to the special software for manipulating the master clock.
Doing something strange to the special software for manipulating the master clock.
The scientific entity that oversees superficial time is chaired by guess who little me, who overlooks superficial crime.
What you gonna do? How you gonna do it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
What I gonna do?
What you gonna do? How you gonna do it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
When it comes to the deliveries, I think they will leap second to the clock. I will add in 2 seconds to the clock. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
Second, sec, add a second, 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 sec, add a second, sec, add a second, 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 sec, second, second, second.
Money, 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 make a trillion bucks, double trillion bucks, trillion, trillion bucks, trillion, trillion bucks, trillion, trillion bucks, trillion, trillion bucks.
And all
In just a second.
what you gonna do with the second second? What you gonna do with the second second? What you gonna do with the second second? What you gonna do with the second second?
Make a million trades in financial markets. We will secretly invest. Make a million trades in financial markets. Nobody at all will even get.
Because we're always told that time waits for no one.
You are so bold.
That no one could manipulate.
Hey, let's beat the clocks. Let's go second rate. Why no one knows the things we know. Where no one gives a second thought.
We will buy and sell, seeing how to tell what the price will be for the other sea. Anything at all, that's the second which will make us rich. Do you got the time? Yes, I got the. It's time, it's time, it's time. It's time to make the time to make the time. I'm set, countdown. T minus 10, T minus 9, T minus 8.
Talk tick, talk tick, talk tick, talk tick, talk tick, talk tick, talk, 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 talk.
No!
Talk, talk.
The Medicine Prize. The winners are from Germany. The Ig Nobel Prize for Medicine is awarded to Christoph Helmchen, Carina Palzer, Thomas Munter, Silke Anders, and Andreas Sprenger for discovering that if you have an itch on the left side of your body, you can relieve it by looking into a mirror and scratching the right side of your body, and vice versa. Please welcome Andreas Sprenger.
Hello, everybody. Who had ever had a bad itch? Oh, not that much. Imagine you have an itch side on the right arm, and what you're doing, you scratch. And after a certain time, itching comes again, and you scratch. And you scratch, and you scratch, and at a certain time, your skin bloods, and you know, you shouldn't scratch anymore. What to do? You cheat your brain. You take a mirror, look into the mirror, and see your left arm by the mirror, and your brain perceives as the right arm. And if you scratch your left arm, you have an itch relief. That's it. And now I want to thank you, all my previous teachers who had made the basis for all of this research possible. And okay. Thank you.
Thank you. You can collect your $10 trillion bill from the Nobel laureates over here. And we have a demonstration. Thank you. The second and final round of the 24/7 lectures is about to begin. The next 24/7 lecture will be delivered by Professor Emeritus of Chemistry at Harvard University and winner of the 1986 Nobel Prize in Chemistry, Dudley Hirschbach. His topic, time. First, a complete technical description of the subject in 24 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Time is precisely the difference between now and then. Cosmologists assure us that it began in the Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago. The universe has been expanding ever since. Recent discoveries show the expansion is accelerating. If that continues, the cosmos will become both infinite and eternal. But within 5 billion years,
and
the
now
sun will turn
a
into a
clear
red giant
summary
and swallow our
that
Earth.
anyone can understand. In 7 words. On your mark, get set, go.
1 and time and tide won't wait for us.
The final 24/7 lecture, 7 words, was it? The final 24/7 lecture will be delivered by the creator of FYFD, the world's most popular website about fluid dynamics, Nicole Sharp. Her topic, fluid dynamics. First, a complete technical description of the subject in 24 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Fluid dynamics, a branch of classical mechanics derived from 19th century hydrodynamics and hydrology that recapitulates the locomotion of mutable substances, governed by a series of unsteady nonlinear partial differential equations of the second order, including continuity, energy, Navier-Stokes, and in some cases Maxwell's equations and multi-species reactions. Subdisciplines include rheology, combustion, granular mechanics, air elasticity, magnetohydrodynamics, hemodynamics, lubrication theory, and quantum hydrodynamics.
And now a clear summary that anyone can understand in 7 words. On your mark, get set, go.
If it can flow, we study it.
The Psychology Prize. The winners are from Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany, Canada, and the USA. The Ig Nobel Prize for Psychology is awarded to Eveline Debay, Martin de Schrijver, Gordon Logan, Christina Sukotsky, and Bruno Verscher for asking 1,000 liars how often they lie, and for deciding whether to believe those answers. Please welcome Bruno Verscher.
Being a clinical psychologist, I really like the US presidential elections. I mean, both Clinton and Trump have been called pathological liars. But what does that mean? When does one become a pathological liar? In order to define lying as pathological, you first need to know the normal rate of lying. And so we've asked 1,000 people to honestly tell us how often they lie. People lie on average 2.2 times a day. Old people are the most honest of all. And I'm glad to see so many honest people here on the stage tonight. So our study tells that if Clinton and Trump lie 1 to 5 times a day, they're just average liars like all of us. Thank you.
You can collect your $10 trillion bill from the Nobel laureates over there. The Peace Prize. The winners are from Canada and the USA. The Ig Nobel Prize for Peace is awarded to Gordon Pennycook, James Allen Cheney, Nathaniel Barr, Derek Kohler, and Jonathan Fugelsang for their scholarly study called On the Reception and Detection of Pseudo-Profound Bullshit. Please welcome Gordon Pennycook, Nathaniel Barr, Derek Kohler, and Jonathan Fugelsang.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We would like to first thank the organizers for such a wonderful celebration of truly profound but still unmitigated bullshit. We also thank the University of Waterloo and NSERC for funding us, and also the Jonathan Barron and the Journal of Judgment Decision Making for publishing our paper despite the profanity. And finally, we'd like to thank all of those who inspired us, such as Deepak Chopra, Dr. Oz, Oprah, whoever wrote The Secret, Donald Trump, Stephen Harper, every politician ever, our entire lineup of Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. We'd like to thank the tobacco lobbyists, those who deny climate change and evolution. We'd like to thank my Uncle Ted. Your quantum vibrations permeate the transcendent essence of a true experience and coalesce into a bullshit paper. Thank you.
You can collect your $10 trillion bill from the Nobel laureates over here. Every year, for the past 23 years, the Ig Nobel Prize ceremony has included a Win a Date with a Nobel Laureate contest. This year, we have something different. We're going to have a tic-tac-toe competition between eminent persons. You are familiar perhaps with the intellectual game tic-tac-toe. Tonight's competition will follow standard rules, but there is a time limit of 10 seconds for each move, thus the name tic-tac-toe. Any competitor who fails to take their turn within that time limit loses that turn. The 10-second limit will be enforced by our referee, Jack Barrett, who will shout time at the appropriate time, any time that is needed. There will be 3 games in all. 3 games, that's the entire competition. one after the other. A tic-tac-toe game can, you understand, result in a tie. Should that happen, should there be a tie, we have a tie-breaker mechanism. Any tie will be resolved immediately with a game of rock, paper, scissors. The first tic-tac-toe game is between a brain surgeon, pediatric neurosurgeon Dr. Joseph Madsen of Boston Children's Hospital, assisted by neurosurgical operating room nurse Judy Jackson. This game is between a brain surgeon and a NASA scientist, Dr. Lisa Danielson, assisted by her husband, Will Stefanov. Now let the game go. Ready, set, go. Domos? Well, let the game not quite begin. Mr. Barrett, 10 seconds.
That's all right. Take your time. I got all night.
Okay. Excuse me, Harvard authorities have informed us that what you saw did not happen. So here is the first game between a neurosurgeon and a NASA scientist. Are the domos prepared? Are the scientists? Are we ready? Okay, now the game will begin. Ready, set, go. We have a winner. We have a draw. Oh, a quick runoff with a game of rock, paper, scissors. Now we have a winner. Round one was won by the brain surgeon. Round two is a tic-tac-toe game between the current champion and all the Nobel laureates, Rich Roberts, Dudley Hirschbach, Eric Maskin, and Roy Glauber. Are we ready? Wait. Are we ready? Okay. We are ready now. Ready, set, go. We have a winner. Round two was won by the Nobel laureates. The final and decisive tic-tac-toe game in the tournament is between the current champion, the 4 Nobel laureates, and a team of roller derby skaters. Emily Pawelski, Corianne Kenty, and Jamie Bartholomew. Are the competitors ready? Are the competitors ready? Are both competitors ready? Are both teams ready? Both teams are ready. Ready, set, go. We have a tie that will be resolved by the tiebreaker mechanism, a game of rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Again. Ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Again. Okay, ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
We have a winner. The Nobel laureates have triumphed.
The second paper airplane period is about to commence. It will be 30 seconds in duration. Please prepare your paper airplanes. Please aim for the designated target. Safety first. Safety first. The countdown will begin. T-minus 7 seconds, T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, commence.
All right, okay. All right, we're going paperless for the rest of the evening. In the audience here tonight are many official delegations that have come from far and near. Karen Hopkin will direct our attention to some of these delegations.
Thank you, my ooey gooey monkey bread. When I introduce each delegation, it will make its presence known by standing up and twirling in place 3 times, counterclockwise. Please greet these people with all the respect they deserve. First, we have Mensa, the organization for people with abnormal scores on certain standardized psychological tests. Next, we have the Knight Science Journalism Fellows, the Harvard Radcliffe Society of Physics Students, BBN Wizards, Engineers for Accurate Time, the Harvard Radcliffe Science Fiction Society, extremely competent public transport users, and finally, the Museum of Bad Art. Art too bad to be ignored.
The Biology Prize. The winners are from the UK. The Ig Nobel Prize for Biology is awarded jointly to Charles Foster for living in the wild as, at different times, a badger, an otter, a deer, a fox, and a bird, and jointly to Thomas Thwaites for creating prosthetic extensions of his limbs that allowed him to move in the manner of and spend time roaming hills in the company of goats. We must pity the poor people who are only listening to this on the radio. Please welcome first Charles Foster.
We have 5 glorious senses. Normally we use only one of them, vision. It's a very distorting lens because it's linked to our cognition. And that means that we get only about 20% of the information that we can squeeze out of this extraordinary world. Animals, by and large, do a good deal better. And in an attempt to see woods as they really are, without that distorting lens of vision and cognition, I tried to follow 5 non-human species: badgers, foxes, otters, red deer, and ridiculously swifts. It increased my understanding of what their landscapes are really like, rather than landscapes colored by all our colonial impressions of what those landscapes should be like. And it also generated in me a good deal of empathy for these animals, and we can do with a little more of that. Thank you very much.
And now please welcome the co-recipient of the prize, Thomas Thwaites.
Hi, everyone. Oh. Yeah, this is a huge honor. Thank you very much. And yeah, so I got tired of all the worry and the pain of being a human, and so I decided I would take a holiday from it all and become a goat. And I was helped in this endeavor by lots of people. The Wellcome Trust, thank you very much. Professor John Hutchinson from the Royal Veterinary College, Dr. Glyn Heath from Salford University, Dr. Joe Devlin, neuroscientist from UCL, Dr. Alan McElliott, goat behavior expert from Queen Mary University, and, oh God, I've forgotten. Okay, thank you very much.
Now, please give your attention to Nobel laureate Eric Maskin.
Please join us in a moment of science.
The Literature Prize. The winner is from Sweden. The Ig Nobel Prize for Literature is awarded to Frederick Sjöberg for his 3-volume autobiographical work about the pleasures of collecting flies that are dead and flies that are not yet dead. Please welcome Frederick Sjöberg.
Male entomologists all over the world know that it's impossible to make an impression on women with dead insects. Already Linnaeus knew about this. Charles Darwin definitely did. Even Edward O. Wilson knew about this problem as a young man. But the very best thing about science is there is always a risk or possibility of being wrong. I wrote about collecting hoverflies, knowing this won't interest anyone, especially not women. And I was wrong. Thank you. Thank you.
Please don't forget to collect your $10 trillion bill from the Nobel laureates. The final prize, the Perception Prize. The winners are from Japan. The Ig Nobel Prize for Perception is awarded to Atsuki Higashiyama and Kohei Adachi for investigating whether things look different when you bend over and view them between your legs. Please welcome Atsuki Higashiyama.
Yes, good evening. First, I want to show the demonstration by myself. In my paper awarded, we studied perceived size and perceived distance of object when a viewer is inverted, like appearing through legs. When looking at an object from this inverted position, the depths between the objects appear more shrunk, and objects themselves appear smaller compared to normal upright posture. Okay. Small and shrink. Take it home. Okay. Small and shrink. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Please don't forget to collect your $10 trillion bill from the Nobel laureates. As a tribute to this particular research project, we invite all of you in the audience who are seated near the aisles to, and please turn the lights up, to please stand in the aisle and as safely as possible perform your own demonstration, and then we will have a demonstration here. No, I guess we'll have it here first. All right. Go. Yeah. And now, having seen professional scientists do it, if anybody here would like to stage your own personal demonstration of this, if you're seated near an aisle, can get to the aisle easily, please stand in the aisle and as safely as possible, perform your demonstration. Thank you. Before we finish up with the triumphal handshaking of the winners and then the stirring grand finale of the opera, we remind you to join us this Saturday afternoon at MIT. The new winners will give free public talks, free short public talks, to explain, if they can, what they did and why they did it. That's this Saturday, 1 p.m. at MIT, Building 26, Room 100. This Saturday, 1 p.m., MIT, Building 26, Room 100. It's free, no tickets necessary. Just get there early to grab a seat. Now, before we finish up the evening with the conclusion to the opera, it's time for the triumphal handshaking. All the new Ig Nobel Prize winners will now emerge one by one through the sacred curtain, there to receive a token handshake from Nobel laureate Roy Glauber. Let the emerging and the shaking begin. Please commence. As mental preparation for the final act of tonight's opera, The Last Second, here to tell us about the kinds of financial mischief that could be done during an unannounced extra leap second is Nobel laureate in economics, Eric Maskin.
How much money can a stock market trader make with an extra second of time? A lot. The secret is front running, getting in front of other traders, buying the stock they were about to buy, and then selling it to them for a profit. Suppose you see that I want to buy 1 million shares of Ig Nobel Enterprises, and who wouldn't? Well, that's a large order, and we both know that it's going to drive up the stock price. But the second before my order clears, you jump in and buy it up yourself. You pay X dollars a share and immediately turn around and sell the shares to me for X plus 1. You've just made a big profit, and this is only one transaction. A second is plenty of time to make many, many others. They say $1 trillion isn't what it used to be, even US dollars. But you're not having second thoughts.
And now the thrilling conclusion to our opera, The Last Second. Here is our narrator, Karen Hopkin.
Thank you, my sticky tower of cream puffs. What, you may wonder, has happened since the last time we saw the reporter and the timekeeper? Well, technically speaking, nothing. Time has stood still, according to almost every clock in the world. And the world's master clock has continued to create another leap second, and another leap second, and another, and another, and it keeps happening. And all the while, every clock says that time has not advanced at all. Well, this has created a massive panic and massive problems around the world. It's also caused the keeper of time and the reporter to grow wealthier and wealthier every second. Let's join them as they panic and then try to make the best of it.
Time has gone very wrong, very wrong. Tock, tock, tick, yeah. Time has gotten stuck.
Let us talk about ticking off.
The whole damn world. Let us talk all about how time has got twisted and how time has gotten curled. Each second, each and every second, each and every one on the face of every timepiece in the world has got stuck, got stuck, got stuck. Time is standing still, standing still. All the airplanes, every plane in the air, everywhere will not ever land again, and they will also bury children in
pretend that nothing's changed. It's your fault. All the clocks in the world are now disarranged. You got fired from your job. You got fired, but more pointedly, a million people hate your guts. Million people hate your guts and want you dead.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
I am sorry too. We are sorry. But now what to do? But now what to do?
A second, got a second, got a second.
We have time on our hands. What a perfect time for crime, time for crime. Perfect time for crime. Someday we will repent some year, sometime. But right now is the perfect time for crime. Okay, 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 okay. Time for crime.
Patrick Iacano on piano. Dr. Thomas Michel on accordion. The Clock Chorus. Tenor soloist Scott Taylor. Soprano soloist Maria Ferrante. Our opera directors Maria Ferrante and Robin Abrams. Now it's time for Professor Jean Berko-Gleason to give the traditional Ig Nobel goodbye, goodbye speech.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us honor all of the many people, and there are a lot of them, who put this ceremony together. They're behind you, they're all over the stage, over there, over there. Thank you, everybody. And our Ig glorious people, thank you. Would the Ig Nobel Prize winners and the Nobel laureates and the 24/7 lecturers and the opera performers gather at the front of the stage, please, for a pointless photo opportunity? Move up, move up. Yep, everybody please whack your hands together and shower them with self-esteem. Now, on behalf of the Harvard-Radcliffe Society of Physics students and the Harvard-Radcliffe Science Fiction Association, especially from all of us at the Annals of Improbable Research, we ask that you please remember this final thought. If you didn't win an Ig Nobel Prize this year, and especially if you did, better luck next year. Good night.